Okay. So in the earlier class, we discussed word problems based on speed and time, upstream, downstream problems, and time and work problems. So today, let us just simply go through the some word problems which we have already discussed in the 9th class. So let's just revise them once again. Okay. So let's start with a very simple thing. For example, a statement is given like this: sum of two numbers is 50. Sum of two numbers is 50. How to write it in a mathematical form, right? So when you want to write it in a mathematical form, he is talking about two numbers which we don't know. So we will assume let one number is x and the other number is y. And other number is y. Okay, so sum of those two numbers is equal to 50 implies x plus y is equal to 50. This is our equation. Okay, mathematical representation of that statement. Understood? So similarly, for example, a person bought two chairs and three tables for rupees 5,000. Okay, so what is that we don't know. He bought how many chairs? Two chairs. And how many number of tables? Three tables. But what we don't know is, we don't know the cost of each chair and the cost of each table. So we need to define what is x and what is y. When you are defining x and y, here what is the x is the cost of each chair be x rupees and the cost of each table be y rupees. Okay, so cost of each chair is x rupees. So he bought how many chairs? Two chairs. So what is the total amount he spent on buying chairs? It is 2x. So write 2x. So total price is, total amount spent is 5,000. So 2x plus 3y is equal to how much? 5,000. Okay. Next, one more example is, okay, one of the complementary angles is, one of the complementary angles is half of the other. Okay, so here in this example, how many statements do you think we people can write? We can write two statements using this one statement. Here, what is the first thing he has given to us? Complementary angles. We don't know what are those complementary angles. So let us assume the angles are x and y. Since they are complementary, what is the first equation we are going to write? Complementary implies the sum of the angles is equal to how much? 90 degrees. That is the first equation we got to us. What is the other thing he is saying? One of the angles is, one of the complementary angles is half of the other implies x is equal to y by 2. The other angle is equal to half of the other. So one angle, if I assume x, then the other angle is y. So half of it implies it is y by 2. So here we got two equations. Either you can find these angles either by elimination method or substitution method or whatever the method you feel comfortable. So let's go to one more example. A man has 2,500 rupees in denominations of 20 rupees and 50 rupees. Okay, so total amount is how much? 2,500 rupees. He has notes of 20 rupees and 50 rupees. Okay, so what is that we don't know? We don't know how many number of 20 rupees notes are there and how many number of 50 rupees notes are there. So let number of 20 rupees notes be x and number of 50 rupees notes be y. For example, if I am having 5 20 rupees notes, how much amount will I be having? 5 into 20, that is 100 rupees, right? So here how many 20 rupees notes are there? X 20 rupees notes are there. So total amount with him with 20 rupees is 20 into x plus how many number of 50 rupees notes are there? Y. So 50 into y Together he is having how much? 2500 rupees. You don't need to keep this equation as it is. If you can simplify, you can simplify. For example, the whole equation I can cancel it with 10. So this is goes 5 times and this goes how many times? 250 times. So the equation is simplified to 2x plus 5y is equal to how much? 250 rupees. Okay, let's go with one more example. When a numerator is increased by 5 and denominator is decreased by 2, the fraction becomes 2 by 3. Here we are not solving all the problems, we are just seeing how to write the given statements into equations. So we are taking, so numerator and denominator I am talking about. So here we are talking about a fraction. So I don't know what is the fraction is, right? So let the fraction be x by y, where my numerator is x and the denominator is y. Okay. Now numerator is increased by 5. Increased by 5 implies what will be happening to this one? It is increased. Increased means x plus 5, and denominator is decreased by 2. Decreased by 2 implies it is y minus 2. Then he is saying the fraction becomes 2 by 3, implies the value is turned into 2 by 3. But still it is not a linear equation. To simplify this or convert it to linear equation, what we are going to do is we are going to cross multiply. So it is 3 into x plus 5 is equal to 2 into y minus 2. So this is 3x plus 15 is equal to how much? 2y minus 4. To further simplify, I will take all these terms to this side. So it is 3x plus 2y, when taken to other side it is minus 2y, and this is plus 15, and this minus 4 it becomes plus 4. Since I took all the terms to this side, here the RHS it is 0. So we are left with 3x minus 2y plus 15 plus 4, that is plus 19 is equal to 0. This is one type of the model. Okay. Now let's see one more example where half of the perimeter of a rectangle whose length is twice its breadth is 36 meters. So here, what is the information that is given to us? Half of the perimeter of a rectangle whose length is twice its breadth is 36 meters. So what do you think is 36 meters? Okay, here half of the perimeter of a rectangle. He started the information giving about the perimeter of the half of the perimeter of the rectangle. In between he told us length is twice its breadth. So here we will assume let length is equal to length be x meters. Whenever there are units mentioned, we need to mention the units for these variables also. Let length be x meters and breadth be y meters. What did he say? Length is twice its breadth. Length twice its breadth. Length means it is x is equal to twice. Twice means 2 into breadth. What is the breadth? 2y. This is our first equation. Okay. Next, what is the information? What is this thing about 36 meters? This is half of the perimeter of a rectangle. So half the perimeter of rectangle is 36 meters. This is what the information he started to give us. Okay, so half of the perimeter of rectangle. What is the perimeter of the rectangle formula? This is 2 into L plus B. It is half of he is talking about. So it is half into, which is equal to how much? 36. So here 2 and 2 will get cancelled. So L plus B is equal to how much? 36. Okay. So let's see, we'll go with one more example. That is fixed charge problem and the charge per kilometer problem. Okay, so by traveling 5 kilometers, okay, with fixed charge for first 2 kilometers and charge for subsequent kilometers is, that is what we need to find out, is y rupees. Is y rupees. So here what we don't know is, we don't know what is the fixed charge per kilometer and the charge per kilometer thereafter also. By traveling 5 kilometers, he paid how? Let us assume 120 rupees. Okay, so we are going to write an equation. Okay, so to do so, when he traveled 5 kilometers, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. For first 2 kilometers, whether he is traveling less than 2 kilometers or he traveled exactly 2 kilometers, he need to pay a certain amount called the fixed charge. And thereafter, if he increased for the first next kilometers, he is going to pay y rupees, for one more kilometer y rupees, and so on. Right. So like that, but for traveling 5 kilometers, he paid how many rupees? 120 rupees. Right. So here what is our this one equation is, for the first 2 kilometers it is x rupees. Let fixed charge be x rupees. Okay. So for the first 2 kilometers I am paying how much? X rupees, plus remaining how many kilometers are there? For out of 5 kilometers, for first 2 kilometers I already paid x rupees. So the remaining are how many kilometers? 3 kilometers. For the 3 kilometers, for every kilometer he is paying how much? Y rupees. So which is equal to how much did he pay? 120 rupees. Okay, so this is how we will convert the English statements into the mathematical statements to the equations, right? Okay, now yeah, let's go with one more example. Okay, this is very best example. In a 2-digit number, sum of the digits is 5, okay, and sum of a number and its reversed number is 55. Okay, so let us write it in mathematical form. Okay, to do so, what is that? We don't know. What is the 2-digit number he is thinking about? We don't know, right? So let the 2-digit number be xy. Implies in the units place we are having 1 and in the tens place its value is x. For example, from your very lower classes, 23, what is the expanded form of this one? We will multiply with their place values, right? 2 into 10 plus 3 into 1. Digits, what are the digits? 2 is one digit and 3 is another digit. So whenever I am talking about digits, here digits, then it implies separately we are taking x and y. So sum of the digits equal to 5. Sum of the digits equal to 5 implies it is x plus y is equal to 5. Number means whatever the value it is there, value of that number, that is 23. So how will you get that value? By multiplying those digits with their place values, right? Sum of number and its reversed number is 55. Sum means I am adding. Okay, what is the number value here? It is 10 into x plus y. Reversed number means yx. Okay, here also we are talking about the number. So once again multiply with their values. 10y plus x is equal to how much? 55. Okay, so 10x plus x, that is 11x plus 11y is equal to 55. As you can see, we can simplify this again. 11 cancels throughout the equations. So it is x plus y is equal to 55. Okay, so this is how we do the word problems. Today you try almost all the problems from the 4.1 and 4.2. There are only two problems in your 4.1 which I think I need to explain. I will do it in the later video.